Some people are not going to sleep this night. Some people are not going to sleep tonight. You understand me? So, as at yesterday, the Verydarkman Foundation realized 56 million naira. This amount of money you're seeing here. But this morning, the announcement is that the money has gotten up to 62 million. So, between yesterday and today, another extra 7 million naira was paid into that account. You understand me? This is what we call movements. The reptiles are not laughing. You understand? So now, there's something that made me to make this video. Some people are beginning to say so many things, to like make it look as if he's getting the money for himself. A lot of people will know they will come. We know things like this matter. When you are doing good things, we must have those negative people that would like to condemn whatever you're doing. And we know they must come. And I know Verydarkman is prepared for them. You understand me? Even we are prepared for them. You understand? So, someone dropped this comment that Verydarkman was condemning the same thing he condemned when people contributed money for Bobrisky was the same thing that he's doing now. That initially he condemned people contributing money for Bobrisky. Now he's asking people to contribute money for them, for him. You understand? And when I see comments like this, I begin to wonder, people, do you guys think from your anus? Why don't you allow your head to work? Why don't you allow your brain to work? Why don't you try to find out certain things before you talk? Or, I don't understand it. How dare you compare Verydarkman's movement with Bobrisky? How dare you compare the two of them? They are two different programs altogether. Bobrisky's money is his own personal money. People are contributing money for him for his own personal use. There's no way you can compare the two of them. Let me ask you, how have you been benefiting or have you benefited from the money contributed to Bobrisky? How is that money going to benefit you as an individual, as a person, as a community, as a society, as a country, as a state? The money that the people contributed for Bobrisky, how are you going to benefit? How is that money going to benefit you in any way, both your relative or is there any way you're benefiting from that money? There is no way. Rather, the money they contributed for him is for him to use it to intimidate you, for him to use it to make you look as if you are not trying, for him to use that money to mislead you, because all the money they contributed for him was for him to start showcasing so many things online, granting interviews here and there and be telling people my wig is 1 million naira, my jewelry is 5 billion naira, my bed is 1 billion naira, my car is 200 billion naira. You'll be hearing things like billion. Those are the things he's using his money to do to you. How does that money benefit you? There's no way. That money is not benefiting you in any way. You're not getting anything from it. But this foundation is going to alleviate poverty. This very foundation, this very Verydarkman's foundation is going to be used to alleviate poverty, to stabilize the economy somehow, to empower people, to empower the youth, to do so many things that will benefit us directly or indirectly. You understand me? So that is why you don't compare the two of them. This one is a foundation that the money, he has his own personal accounts. But this account now is his own and he decided to make it public. If he refused to make it public, he will not know how much he is realizing or how much is in that. That's why other foundations are going to hear when. Other foundations are going to hear when. And this is going to help all of them to start sitting up. When they contribute money, you give accounts, proper accounts of the money people contributed. You understand me? So this account, this money, now how many of you have been in public schools these days? How many of you have gone to government schools these days? And how many of your children do you have in public schools? We all are putting our children in government, in private schools, because that's where they have all the social, every amenities, all the things that are needed. That is where the children learn in a very comfort and conducive environment, because everything is well done there. Because of that, people no longer have the courage to put their children in a public school. Because when you go to public schools, most of these public schools do not even have chairs. They don't even have chairs. Their rooms are their classrooms are dilapidated. Most of them no chair. Some of them sit on the floor. Some of them, a lot of things are very, very wrong in public schools these days. And this guy has taken it upon himself to say, okay, no, let me use my voice, let me use my foundation to at least help the number of public schools that I can be able to help. How many has your brother, Bobrisky, done? Instead, what he has been doing, what he has succeeded to do is all about himself, all about showcasing clothes, showcasing cake of 300 million naira. Cutting cake that is useless, that people will just eat and throw away. So how dare you compare the two of them? My sister, if you have sense, you will know that they are incomparable. You don't compare the two of them. And the worst part is that when I see comments like this, I go back to check the person. You will see that it's an adult. A full-fledged adult that's supposed to be using her head will come out and be ranting nonsense. You understand me? How many of you have gone during the time that Borno people had issue of flood? He went there on his own. He went there and I saw him giving some people bags of rice and all the rest of them. These are the kind of things. And somebody was like, why can't you do this? Why can't you go there and give them money? How do you want him to realize money? You guys are very wicked and heartless. Very insensitive. I watched a video of somebody I thought maybe that person have sense. But I realized that recently this person is losing it. She's no longer in order. Because she's no longer the person I used to know. She was making a video and was like saying, he used the money and rented an apartment, and after renting an apartment, now he's using your money to do this, he's using your money to do this. I'll be here when things like this will happen. I will drag him, you know. When people talk senselessly, you know. You will drag him over what? Why must you drag him? For doing something that you could not do. A lot of us will get our own money and use it to stabilize our own personal self. But now this guy is using his own to help a lot of people. How many people are now agree to work in public schools? Go to public schools. The people you see teaching them, they are almost all aged people that are just retiring today, tomorrow. You see them, they'll just go there. Most of them do not even have nothing to impact in the lives of those children. That's why you see somebody after schooling in public school, the person will still come out and become an illiterate. Because the person that is teaching you knows nothing. You understand me? So you don't compare the two of them. There's no how you can compare the two of them. He has been doing a lot recently. I've seen him open a borehole to some communities like that. He's been dashing money. He's been empowering people. He's been doing all these things with his own personal money. And people said, no, since you have this kind of mindset, why don't you have a foundation so that all of us will not come together and assist? Have a foundation so that people will since we know that you have good motives. You don't want to compare it to somebody that is using his own money to buy clothes and buy jewelry, buy gold, buy shoes, and still flaunt it online to intimidate you, to make you feel like you're not trying. Have you seen that they are incomparable? You cannot compare the two of them. As at this morning, they have realized 62 million naira. 7 million between night and this morning. As at yesterday, it was around 54 or 56 million. Have you seen it? So you don't compare the two of them. They are not. You can't compare the two. They are not together. He has done a lot, and we need to support him. That money itself will not even reach anywhere. The 60-something million naira that you guys are talking about will not even reach anywhere, because how many schools? We have plenty of public schools there. Plenty. Some of them do not have textbook books. Some of them no good teachers. Nothing is working there. In foreign lands, government school is the best because they have all the equipment. Children learn in a very conducive environment. But it's not like that here. That's why you see a lot of us go to private school to put our students in the private school. And the private schools are not even helping matters. You buy textbook in this session. Next session, you buy another textbook. The one they use today is not the one they're going to use tomorrow. Making parents spend so much. Because they believe that everybody wants the best for his or her child. And someone is raising this kind of alarm that you're supposed to support him. Must you castigate everything? Must you be on the wrong side? Yes, we know you don't like him, yes, but when he's doing some kind of things that are right, you support him. That's how to be wise. That's how to be truthful. That's how to be straightforward. You must not condemn every good thing that someone is doing because you don't like that person. When you see that person is doing something nice, you support him. Yes, this person, I don't like you, but this one you're doing is nice. That's how to be realistic. You understand me? So please don't compare him with Bobrisky. They are